Hiding from the monitoring cameras of the Yanbu, Itachi stared at the grounds of Nakano's shrine, visible below him from one of the trees in the grove. He chose one with a good shape so as to hide himself among the dense foliage. The coup d'etat was drawing near. 3 more days. There was something he absolutely had to take care of before then. Itachi had been watching over Nakano's shrine ever since he left Danzo, and he had the feeling he was about to see the fruits of that labor. The door to the main building opened, and a man stepped out and scanned the surrounding area. He had white hair. Yashiro. Itachi murmured the name of the man walking furtively around the gates. Without waiting for him to disappear, Itachi came to stand in front of the closed door. He easily opened the lock and stepped inside so quickly the cameras couldn't see him. Don't go anywhere just yet, he prayed silently to the man who was his target. He deftly pulled up the seven tatami mat from the far right, revealing the stairs that led to the basement, the secret meeting place. He ran down and pulled open once more the door he had closed a few days earlier, the hateful voices of his brethren raining down on him. Hmm? In the very back of the meeting hall, there was a stone monument with the history of the Uchiha clan carved into it. The man he was after was standing in front of it, a man in an orange mask. Uchiha Itachi. It's been a while. It was their first meeting since the time Tenma was killed. 4 years since then. You've grown quite a bit, the man in the mask said, spreading his arms. Did you instigate them? That's no way to talk to someone. I simply taught them a little thing about the history of their clan. What are you up to, Uchiha Madara? Oh, the man in the mask put his hand to his chin. You never know when someone's going to come down here. And the compound is watched by those fellows in the village. How about we go somewhere else and talk a little? All right. Hearing this, the man's body was sucked into the holes in his mask and reappeared behind Itachi. Follow me. The man climbed the stairs up to the main shrine and went outside. Perhaps he knew the precise locations of the clearly hidden cameras. He headed straight out of the compound as if choosing a path in their blind spots, and then easily slipped past even the eyes watching the village to step beyond it. Once they had gone a little ways from Konohagakyo, the road that led to Sunagakyo came into view. There was a small shrine in one corner and a vast forest spread out as if to guard it. Once he had cloaked himself in these woods, the man stopped running. The moon hanging above the grove of cedar trees was slightly distorted, on the verge of being a perfect circle. "How do you know who I am?" the man in the mask asked, putting his hands on his hips. Behind those words was the acknowledgment that he was indeed Madara. "You, you made it past the Konoha guard and were looking at the secret stone of Nakano Shrine. Only the Uchiha know its location." He had first noticed the man's existence when he was on duty monitoring the clan for the Anbu. Since then, Itachi had seen that shimmering in space within the compound any number of times. It was of the exact same nature as what he saw when Tenma died, which is how he knew that the man before him was interfering. "I looked into you. I took the opportunity to investigate what kind of person you were, how you taught." As a result of which, Itachi had learned that the man before his eyes was Uchiha Madara. 70 years ago, Madara had supposedly died after a fierce battle with the first Hokage, Senju Hashirama, but no one had actually confirmed that death. With the attack on the daimyo of the Land of Fire 4 years earlier, and his sniffing around the clan compound, Itachi had sensed Madara had an attachment to the village that was related to the Uchihas. And then, that evening, he had learned that Yashiro was meeting with him, and Itachi's suspicion turned into certainty. "Well then, this will go quickly," the man in the mask started. "So, you know I am a member of the Uchiha clan, and I harbor a hatred for both Konoha and the Uchiha. Uchiha Madara had resolved to fight back against the Senju clan when they tried to discriminate against the Uchihas. However, the people of the clan had ostracized Madara, who sought battle and betrayed him, although he had their leader. Struck by despair, Madara had fought Hashirama alone and then allegedly died. He would no doubt have held an extraordinary grudge against both Konoha and Uchiha. If he had indeed been pushing Yashiro and the radical faction toward a coup d'etat, it would have been to get revenge on Konoha. However, Itachi could not allow him to take his revenge on Konoha. "I have conditions." He cut through Madara's arrogant attitude. "I help you get revenge on the Uchiha clan, and in exchange, you don't lay a hand on the village, or Uchiha Sasuke too." He would force the point of the spear turned toward the village, back toward the clan. Madara laughed slightly, unable to hide his surprise at Itachi's forcefulness. "And what if I were to refuse?" he asked, his masked head cocked to one side, his face devoid of all expression. Itachi offered the answer he had prepared. If you refuse this request, then you and I are enemies. Could you kill me? It's not a matter of whether or not I could. I will kill you. He had already taken a step down a road that would not allow him to turn back. He did not hesitate. Silence enveloped them. There was no bloodlust in either of their auras. They were exchanging dangerous words, but they both acknowledged each other as opponents. You have the wrong idea. That brat is not a friend or anything of the like, Madara said, raising his palms to the heavens. That brat was Yashiro. I tossed several stones. It just happens that one of them landed in a very good place. It would be a bad thing to change my mind now. Actually, the small openings of darkness in the mask caught hold of Itachi and did not let go. Choosing you seems more interesting than those small fry in the village. Small fry. Itachi agreed in his heart that perhaps they were small fry. In the next instant, Sasuke's face popped into his mind, and he felt a sharp pain in his heart. I like this tale you tell. I'll come along for the ride. Itachi shifted his eyes as if to ignore the hand that was extended.